This is the Dare Show podcast. Where today we're going to talk about Patti LaBelle and Beyonce right quick. First of all, quickly, Patti LaBelle. I feel so bad from Homegrown. I'm so sorry, Patty, for what they keep doing to you. I don't. Maybe. Okay, let me just say there is a Frankie J. Is that that white dude? Um, there is this festival. Is it a festival? Yeah, I believe this is a little festival called Full in Love in Los Angeles at the SoFi Stadium in August. And it has pretty much everybody who is Patti LaBelle's contemporary, younger, and I don't think anybody's older than Patti on here necessarily. No. Maybe some of the male groups, like the Spinners, the Whispers, the Emotion, no, not the Emotions, the Delphonics. Everybody is on here except for Patti LaBelle. I don't know what the bleep that is about. I don't know what that is about. If anybody can tell me what that's about, I will be okay. Like, I was making sure, like, was Shaka on here? Shaka's here. As we see, Lionel and Diana are headlining. But is Gladys on here? Gladys is on here. Gladys, I thought you were. Even Charlie Wilson is on here. Gladys, I thought you were retiring from the music, from the like recording, not from live. She's recording. She's retiring from something. It was either live, performing, or touring. Or one of those. Like, everybody's on here except for Miss LaBelle. Wait, am I gonna cry? Hold on. And I really don't understand. It's weird. It's so weird. Not okay. And then earlier this year, was that this year? Like late last year, I let y'all know that the Luther Vandross documentary does not feature her because I felt like she was being punished because of confirming his sexuality on Watch What Happens Live. Who are the animals? What is that? Eric Berman and the Animals. Who the hell is that? The OJs. Like, everybody is on here. Younger and older, except for Miss LaBelle. Maybe she's busy. Maybe there's more people that are being added to this. Evelyn Champagne, the SOS Band, Mary Jane Girls, El DeBarge. I don't understand. The Jacksons. The lead ain't even here. And they're on here except for, okay, whatever. So anyways, let me move along because it's very weird and disheartening. But anyways, Patti has had a pretty good year. She has some new costumes. This past weekend, she had the 3-day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I can call it a residency, I guess, in Nashville with the Nashville Symphony, the last press 3 days. And then later she's going, I think it's in like March or April, she's doing the little cruise with Michael McDonald. So maybe she's bigger than them. I don't know. Is she really being, do you guys think she's being punished? I'm so like, I don't know what to think about that. Stevie B. Who the hell is Stevie B? Who are some of these people? Little Rob. Cameo. Shalimar. Smokey freaking Robinson, Duran Jones, and the indications. Who the hell are these people? Anyways, let me move along. So, Texas Hold'em. Beyonce released basically the dance and then the ballad. Texas Hold'em being the dance and 16 Carriages being the ballads. You know, as a slight country music fan, I'm not 100% a country music fan. The really only person that I listen to that is a country music artist is really like Carrie Underwood, a little Trisha, Dolly at work. They like play this one Dolly song. I think it's like Amen or something, and she just be hollering. I'm just like, all right, Dolly, thanks. I'm not a huge country music fan, but I do like country music. I mean, I'm not a huge country music listener, but I do like country music. Um, and Beyonce's take on country music is going to be very interesting. I'm very interested in what she is going to bring, what her take is on it. Um, Texas Hold'em is a bop that I have been listening to nonstop. I'm trying to like figure out the words. There's the two things that are funny that the Lexus, I feel like that's intentional kind of because Lexus was one of the sponsors for the Renaissance tour. And this also she's talking about the honey. So it's going to be interesting to see if there's a video, how those two are going to be played out. It's going to be interesting if we even do get videos. Oh, I hope we do. Wait, hold up. I hope we do get some videos or a video. We don't have to get live performances. I really don't care. Here in Louisiana, I'm in northern Louisiana, and there is this thing called Zydeco music. At first, listening to it is very abrasive and slightly annoying. Well, not abrasive. I was just gonna say it's slightly annoying. But you know, after you can listen to it, you hear a couple like, "Oh, okay, this song sounds good." So it's good. I wonder if she's going to incorporate that into like the modern black country music. I don't know if that would be considered. I mean, I would kind of consider it because I feel like they do kind of have the same instrumentation and storylines. I think on Sundays they would play it. I haven't listened to the radio in years, so I think when I did listen to it, I think it was Sundays they would play it, or like late at night they would play the Zydeco music. But that's just a question, a thought. I wonder if she's going to uh, enter that in. When I first saw 16, I was very shocked that there was new music so quickly. Even though I know this was a part of the plan before the pandemic happened. When I saw 16 Carriages, I thought it was 16 miscarriages. And I'm like, what? What? Where are we going with this? But in the song, she's basically giving a little autobiographic to it. And to what's his name? Armand Wiggins, who was saying that it doesn't sound like country music because it doesn't have a yeehaw in it. Like that is so ridiculous and stupid to say because I don't think I've ever heard Carrie Underwood say fucking yeehaw. In a song. I have never heard Carrie Underwood sing yeehaw in a song and howdy and all that shit. Like, that is so stupid to say. I'm crying because that is so stupid. Like, country music is so much more. And then it's so funny that I just came across this video about this. It was like 3 black country singers. And they were like, we wanted to become country music singers because, and they were women, they were like, we wanted to become country music singers because we growing up, we never saw our image as being represented. So I'm like, that was a cute little like statement. But anyways, back to Beyonce. If I find out on what day is it? Ugh, let me just turn it down. No, I can't turn it down. If I find out on March 29th that her and my favorite Carrie Underwood, let me tell you what Carrie Underwood's name is under my playlist. The Country Beyonce. Because Carrie Underwood, I feel, puts as much work into her music and her career and her live performances as Beyonce does. Like, and if I find out there is a Cry Pretty cover on this new album, I'm gonna scream. But if I find out that there is a collaboration with Carrie Underwood and my favorite Beyonce on this new album, I want you to know I'm gonna run into the streets and scream. But hopefully we'll find out the track list more before the 29th. Because, yeah. But if I find out that has happened, I want you to know I'm screaming. But one of the things is Daddy Lessons off of Lemonade was not completely well received. And I'm sure this album is not going to be completely well received. It's just going to be interesting. Is it going to be full country? Is it going to be like a little gospel in there? I don't know. We'll see when it happens. But I do like Texas Hold'em. 16 Carriages took me a second to get into, but it really is a good song. To me, this lady is like the vocal genius. To me, she is the vocal Bible. Definitely, you can tell her toning down a little bit in this like country music way. Even though she doesn't have to, because this lady that I'm looking, this Carrie Underwood, does not tone it down when it comes to country music in terms of vocals. But I guess you have to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess you have to like figure it out what you're gonna do with the voice and the music to convey a message and to fit this sort of genre. Because honestly, this lady has bops after bops, and she is hollering, screaming. She's soft, she's sweet, she is powerful, she belts, she gets into her octave a little bit. She's a really dynamic singer, Carrie Underwood. And the other thing about Carrie Underwood, I believe her and Beyonce have this similar not being appreciated. About 16 Carriage. Let me get back to that. But anyways, she has like this similar not being appreciated at the awards like Beyonce has. In that certain category, I think it's a certain category that the country music awards, it might be 2 awards that don't really recognize her. I think it's like Entertainer of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. They won't give it to Carrie Underwood for some reason or something like that. Even though she's like the only one that I know who's doing like a Vegas residency, a bunch of other stuff. But anyways. How successful do I think Beyonce will be on the country music charts? I don't know. Because I feel like in general right now, besides like Megan Thee Stallion and maybe Nicki Minaj, recently, like in recent times, I feel like besides like those 2 artists, it takes a while for songs to eventually build up to get to the top, if it's gonna even get there. So I don't know. And then they keep talking about like these iTunes charts, and I'm like, iTunes charts don't mean shit anymore. Like, where are we at? 2024, maybe about 12, 13 years ago, they meant something and they were like a reflection of something. iTunes charts, who talks about iTunes charts anymore? Like, come on, you guys. or Spotify charts. Like, it doesn't really matter because it could be number one on the Spotify chart. But that means it'll be just now hitting top 40. So I'm just like, and then that's what I'm saying. It takes so long for these songs to finally get charted when these kind of things didn't happen like 20 years ago. I feel like instant hits happen quicker then than they do now for whatever reason. And music doesn't even sell that much. So I feel like it should be, maybe it's a little bit more difficult, a little bit more harder to get music to sell. Anyways, I think 16 Carriages. So in the song, she was like giving these different 16 scenarios with the, like 16, the number 16. I don't know what does the number 16 mean? Anybody know? Let me know. And then one of them was like, these people ain't gonna steal my shine or ruin my night. And I feel like she was maybe speaking about the Grammys. So let's talk about the Grammy situation. Have I already talked about the Grammys? How I feel like she needs to just stop submitting her music to certain categories. Also, now with this country album, she's like forced to be in the country awards. Also, I feel like everybody was talking about this except for her, and I think maybe she's addressing it through her music like she normally says she does. But I think that's all I gotta say. Thanks for listening to the Dare Show podcast. Shout out to Beyonce, who's going through a rough time, or almost a rough time. We'll see in a couple months. Shout out to Patti LaBelle, who's still out here singing and sounding amazing, looking incredible, despite what the people at the top are doing or the people at the bottom are doing. I don't know what's up with this. Maybe she's busy. I don't know. Thanks so much for listening. This is the Dare Show podcast. My Instagram is Mylovemyneedtonight.